2,500 years ago, the Persian king Cyrus the Great freed the Jewish people from Babylonian captivity. He is the only non-Jewish figure in the entire Hebrew Bible to be called a Messiah. Today, those same two nations, Iran and Israel, are locked in a Cold War that has repeatedly pushed the Middle East to the edge of open conflict. So what happened? How did ancient allies become existential enemies? This is the paradox at the heart of the story. A long friendship that turned into a sudden and deep hostility. Modern events can overwrite centuries of history. Politics can forge new realities. To understand this complex relationship, we must move through time. From the ancient bond that lasted millennia, to the political earthquake of 1979, and the proxy war that shapes the present. In 539 BCE, Cyrus the Great conquered Babylon and issued a decree allowing exiled peoples, including the Jews, to return to their lands. He supported the rebuilding of the Temple in Jerusalem, reversing Babylonian destruction. The Hebrew Bible praises Cyrus as an instrument of God, an extraordinary honor for a foreign king. The Achaemenid Empire governed a vast, diverse realm with a pragmatic model. Local customs, religions, and laws were preserved to ensure stability. This tolerance allowed Jewish life in Judea to flourish under Persian protection. Not all returned. A significant Jewish community put down roots in Persia itself. In cities like Isfahan, Shiraz, and Tehran, Persian Jews became integral to society, speaking Farsi, trading, crafting, practicing medicine, and scholarship. They maintained a distinct religious identity while remaining deeply Persian. Their fortunes shifted with rulers and eras, including hardship after Shi'ism became state doctrine in the 16th century. But the community endured. Centuries of coexistence produced a unique Judeo-Persian culture. By the 1900s, Iran was home to one of the world's oldest continuous Jewish communities. This long coexistence contrasts sharply with the later narrative of absolute enmity. They shared a land, a language, and a complex cultural heritage. Figures like the poet Shaheen, writing epic Judeo-Persian verse, embody this fusion. For most of history, the relationship was not strategic abstraction. It was human and local. A thriving Jewish presence in Iran across millennia is evidence that today's conflict is modern, not ancient politics. The sudden rupture in the late 20th century shocked communities accustomed to continuity. Cyrus's legacy set a precedent of goodwill and protection remembered across generations. The historical default was cooperation, an essential starting point for understanding what changed. Now the modern chapter, a secret alliance, then an earthquake. In 1948, Israel was founded as Iran modernized under Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi. The Shah sought a strong, secular-leaning, pro-Western Iran. Amid rising pan-Arabism and Soviet influence, Iran discreetly recognized Israel in 1950. Public caution masked a pragmatic partnership. Shared threats drew them together. Israel's strategy: ally with non-Arab states on the region's edges, particularly Iran. Iran brought oil and regional weight. Israel brought technology, intelligence, and military expertise. Contacts at the highest levels remained largely out of public view. It was a cool, strategic alignment, not a sentimental one. Iran supplied energy, including via secret routes, sustaining Israel during Arab oil boycotts. Israel shared agricultural and water management know-how. Arms sales and training strengthened the Shah's forces. Intelligence sharing targeted Arab nationalist and Soviet-backed movements. Reports even pointed to advanced missile projects. For nearly 30 years, a quiet alliance served mutual interests. Then, in 1979, everything changed, at once. A friendship dismantled in weeks. In 1979, the Iranian Revolution toppled the Shah and remade the state. Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini established the Islamic Republic. This was a root and branch transformation, ideology and foreign policy included. Israel became the embodiment of what the revolution opposed, cast as an occupier in a Western project. Ties were severed, The Israeli embassy was handed to the PLO. Energy, arms, and intelligence deals ended overnight. Policy matched rhetoric as restrictions hardened. A call to eradicate Israel became a defining slogan of the new order. Unable to fight directly, Iran and Israel have waged a shadow war through proxies and covert action. Iran cultivated a network, Hezbollah in Lebanon, Hamas and Palestinian Islamic Jihad in Gaza, militias in Syria and Iraq, the Houthis in Yemen. Funding, weapons, training, and strategic guidance extend Tehran's reach. For Israel, these forces on its borders pose an existential threat, a ring of fire. Israel responds with deterrence, preemption, and covert operations. Airstrikes aim to halt Iranian entrenchment and weapons flows. Cyber attacks and assassinations have escalated the clandestine struggle. One misstep, a stray missile or botched raid, could trigger regional war. Iran's nuclear program raised the stakes. Israel vows to prevent an Iranian bomb. This rivalry is not rooted in ancient hatred, but in upheavals of the last half-century. Competing regional visions and power politics fuel a deep mutual distrust. Ancient allies became modern enemies with startling speed. To see how close the partnership once was, subscribe for our next video on the secret Iran-Israel alliance of the 1970s.